The thing that I really struggled the most with was to be looked at kind of differently, because most people look at open adoptions and adoptions saying that you didn't love your kid, you didn't want your kid. I would say that my story started the day that I found out that I was pregnant.
I definitely felt when I first found out I was pregnant that, okay, my life stops now. I didn't tell a lot of people I was pregnant until I was probably 6 or 7 months along, and I couldn't really hide the fact that I was pregnant anymore.
While I was at my first year of college, we found out we were pregnant. There was a lot of time of confusion that went on, and we weren't quite sure what we wanted to do.
And the hardest point was telling my family. At first telling them that we were thinking about adoption, telling them we were pregnant.
My mom sent us to the Crisis Pregnancy Center, and we got gobs of information and brochures and all kinds of stuff, and I felt very overwhelmed. So I went home and crammed all the stuff in a corner and left it for probably another month or so before my mom said, hey, pick an agency and call it. Just ask questions and see what the process is. So I asked that they could come to my house to meet with me and answer my questions, and my caseworker did.
We expected someone who looked completely different than the woman that we met. You're not meeting with a judge, you're meeting with a friend.
I never felt pressured to make a decision or to move in a certain direction. I never felt judged.
And it was just a safe place to talk, and I think that's what I needed the most.
My relationship with my caseworker is still amazing. We still touch base even now 2 years later.
It was never, oh, you're just a millennial making silly decisions. It was always, you're an adult and you're making good decisions.
We decided to make a list of all of the things that we really wanted a family to have.
I wanted them to have other kids so then she could grow up with a family and have siblings.
The family that we ended up picking was the only family that hit every single thing on our list, and that was the family that neither one of us could put in the no pile.
Someone else really wants this. I think there's a couple out there who can't have kids, and I think they've been praying for a child. And I want this child to be the answer to that prayer.
When I was first walking into meeting the adoptive parents, I had no clue what to expect.
The first time we met, it wasn't awkward at all.
It was easy conversation. They were very kind.
After that morning when we had breakfast with them, seeing their faces when they were talking about having a baby and just feeling the vibe they gave us that we would be a part of their family when the baby was to come, assured me beyond doubt.
At the hospital, Hope's Promise was definitely my gatekeeper.
You don't have to worry about anything. It's all going to be taken care of. We're here to take care of you.
My caseworker and I sat down a couple more times and kind of got the whole hospital plan rolling, and she did a great job of expressing all of that information to the hospital so they knew what I wanted.
My hospital time was everything that I wanted and more. I had the adoptive parents there. They were 3 doors down from us, and that's what I truly wanted, because I wanted that connection for them to be there first.
In the hospital room, we decided that the adoptive mom and I would share the first hold.
And that was one of the first things that I got to see, was him with his new family, and they were holding him, and I have never seen a man more in love with a baby.
I wanted an open adoption. I didn't want just to shut the door and say goodbye forever.
I was very cautious. I didn't want to step on their toes, but I definitely wanted to be there.
Getting to know where you're from really gives you closure, and it's good to have that information, and it's good to say, oh, I know why I like music. You know, my adoptive family, they don't do music, but my birth mom does. My birth mom sings, and that's why I can sing.
I can get pictures whenever I want, and that hasn't changed since the day that they took her home from the hospital.
I hate that there's a stigma attached with adoption, and most times I get the whole head tilt and I feel like I have to justify and quickly go into, no, it's a great thing. I know him, we have a relationship, he's healthy, he's happy, he's a well-rounded kid. And once they hear that it's okay, then the attitude changes.
You are a birth parent. That does not make you a villain. That makes you a hero. And that's something I'd want everyone to know about adoption. Adoptive parents are heroes, birth parents are heroes.
You are giving a family another child, another family member, another person to love.
If I had a friend in the same situation as me, I'd tell them to reach out to Hope's Promise, to reach out to a caseworker.
In a time of stress, Hope's Promise is a great place to go to help you alleviate that stress. And you can't really figure it all out by yourself, and they make the process as easy as possible.
Adoption for me today, it's just part of who I am. It's part of my story. It's part of my family's story. I find great comfort in that God knew from the beginning that this is where this baby was supposed to be.
I am Sophia.
I'm Rebecca.
I'm Brad.
I am Kate,
I'm Megan, and I'm a birth mom.
and I am a birth mom.
I am a birth mom.
I am a birth father.
And I am a birth mom.